Hello, I'm Anindita Garg. I'm parenting coach and counselor. And today we have come with a very special subject and very special introduction session with you. And I hope you will get a lot of value. I know that it is Sunday morning out there and you had a lot of other options to look out for, like going out, playing and doing something very special, but you chose to be here for this 1 hour. So that shows the kind of commitment you have as parents and as kids also towards transforming the way we are leading our life. My commitment to you in return is that by the end of this session, you will definitely take some value which you can use in real life. Now, to take that value, my request to you is that if you can sit with some, notebook and pen, that will be great because we keep on listening to a lot of knowledge. And I am famous for making few drastic statements, but these are the few truth of life. So one of the drastic statement I make is that knowledge never helps. So what I mean is that only knowledge does not help. So if we can make use of that knowledge, even 1/4 of it, even 1/10 of it, we can see a paradigm shift in our lifestyle. And how do we do that? By using the real tools and techniques rather than only talking about it. We are now getting flooded with so many motivational quotes and motivational sayings and videos, and we feel good for some time, but then it just evaporates like a camphor after some time. Why? Because it was just a knowledge based, we enjoyed it and we just forgot about it. Believe me, a lot of people are forwarding this without even realizing that they have never even tried it once. What I believe myself is that before forwarding any kind of knowledge which comes across, try it once in your life, and if you then find some result, then you have got all the right to share it with other people. So do not be in a hurry to share a lot of forwards that other people are doing. Here also, whatever we are going to speak today, if you can start applying even one or two of whatever real tools and techniques we are talking about, I'm very sure that you will come back sharing that, yes, I have seen a remarkable amount of difference in my life. So that's what my commitment to you is that. So, a lot of people have a knowledge how to reduce weight, but how many people actually can do that? A lot of people have knowledge that getting upset burns down the energy within you, or the boils the blood within you, but how many times in a day we get upset even after knowing the repercussions, right? So that's why I share this also, that if only knowledge would have helped, then the librarian of a school should have been the most successful and confident person on this earth, because day in day out he is reading the book based on how to be successful in life, how to be confident, and how to interact powerfully and all these things. But knowledge is not bad provided we know how to imply and apply it, right? So that is what my intention is. So please start taking note, because I have made very crisp takeaway for you, and very crisp tools and techniques which we can use today. So how this session is going to go about, I'll just share with you. These are the those photographs of those days where we used to take session in person, and we used to conduct session where a lot of people from corporates, from schools and other communities used to invite me, and we used to conduct sessions for them. Now, this is a little about me. Till now, I've inspired more than 60,000 people's life. Now, why I'm giving this quick introduction about myself, even this 1 hour is important for you. It's valuable to me. So you must know where you're investing this 1 hour, whether this person is worth listening to for this next 1 hour, and whether this person is worth listening to for taking that kind of value. So this is a little quick introduction about myself. I've inspired more than 60,000 people's life, and I've been working since last 21 years. That doesn't mean that I'm old. That means I was a Bal Mazdoor. I was working child labor. Okay, so I have been a specialist in transformational coaching, especially for last 11 plus years. I've been featured as Wonder Woman by leading business magazine and Power Times. I've been coaching a lot of people, including Mayo College teachers, mayor, CEOs, and CXOs. When this online thing was not there, when I had to travel in person, I had traveled to many cities like Goa, Delhi, Pune, Hyderabad, Chandigarh, Kolkata, etc., to do my sessions and workshops there. I have learned multiple intelligence directly from Dr. Howard Gardner, who is the head of Howard University, Dean of, Psychology Department, and who has invented multiple intelligence. I have done my executive MBA program from Indian School of Business, Hyderabad, and also I've done my MBA from Pune University, and I have got a learning and leadership experience of more than 11 years from Landmark Worldwide, which is a very well-known organization for transformational coaching. Now, Mindware is not only about Anindita Garg. There are 3 more directors who are the pillars of Mindware. Shyam Garg takes care of the IT and the business part. Mr. S.R. Swamy, who was the ex-CEO of Bharat Forge Kalyani Global out here, and he has a huge experience. He is the transformational coach out here. He trains into transformational coaching. And Mr. Dilip Bonde, who was the vice president of Capgemini, I have been heading the IT companies for years now. He is an ardent researcher, and any kind of workshops that we do, any kind of session that we do is backed with a lot of data and research behind it. We do not just do it for the sake of just talking about it. Now, how this session is going to go, the first part is already been covered. It's about Mindware and me, which we have already done. Next step is the understanding of today's subject called the Unstoppable You. I hope you will get take away a lot of value from there. And in the end, we will talk about a very important session, important workshop that is coming. That is the Summer Skill Camp for 25 minutes. And I hope you will be there throughout. So without wasting much time, let's go for today's session that's called the Unstoppable You. Now, this new era has come when we are talking to white names in the black box. As speakers, it's not easy for us to talk to just names, but we are also getting trained. And we do understand that being at the comfort zone of your home, it's not always possible. For example, few people are traveling, like Amarnath ji is traveling today. So it's not always possible for people to put their videos on. Then how do you participate? Because earlier when we used to do this kind of session, we used to get a lot of reactions from people. Their applause, their questions, their laughter, and we used to understand, yes, it is going fine. People are understanding it. Now, how do we understand whether it is going fine or not, whether you are understanding what we are saying or not? One way is like whenever it is possible for you, whenever it is comfortable for you, if you can please put your video on, I can see your faces and it will be more easier for me to communicate with you. It will be like human to human talk. And if you can participate by, whenever I ask you some question, if you can answer that by answering it into the chat box. So you will be having the chat box open. So I do not look into the chat box other time when I'm talking of something, because most of the things which I say, ज़्यादातर चीजें जो मैं बोलती हूँ, that goes into, most of it goes, it's impromptu. And so that's why mostly I have to talk. Whenever I ask you the question, that is the time when I look into the chat box. अशोक बजाज जी ने स्पेशली रिक्वेस्ट किया है कि हम हिंदी में बात कर सकते कि नहीं. I would love to do that, sir. I am very proud to have my national language in that. But here we are specially addressing the people of US and the Western side. The children out there right now, they are not trained into Hindi completely. So we have to understand that they need to understand what I'm saying. So for the time being, they are not accustomed to me. We are new to each other. So that's why with the special request, I am conducting this session only in English. I hope it's okay with all of you. And if you want me to conduct it in Hindi and a combination, you can also write it in the chat box, so that if majority people ask for that, I can do that. I'm comfortable in both. Right. So today's session is majorly for, Canada and US and other people out here. Okay. So now my first question comes to you. When you see someone being physically fit, right? When you say that this person is physically amazingly fit, what do you really mean by that? Like, what makes you say that this person is physically fit? What kind of quality or what kind of things you look into that person, you look out for, which makes you describe a person as physically fit? What kind of qualities, or what kind of things you look out for, which makes you make this kind of a comment or this kind of stamina? Okay. Right. Trisha has said stamina. Anything else you look out for and say, okay, my God, this person is amazingly physically fit. Right. So we, a lot of time we look in the muscle structure, at the muscle structure also, nicely toned muscle structure, because stamina we can only see when the person is doing some workout or doing some work. If he's standing at one place, a lot of time we might or might not understand whether the stamina is there or not. Right. But if he's doing something in front of us, yes, we say that kitna aaram se kar liya, it did it so nicely, in one go. So yes, we look out for energy, we look out for stamina, we look out for the toned muscle. These are the qualities we look out for when we claim or when we describe someone as a physically fit person. Now, how do you describe somebody as mentally, fit or mentally strong person? Now, let's understand this by an example, okay? By a situation, giving you an example of a situation. Let's say that we see a person who is standing on a platform waiting for train with some luggage. Now, this luggage has been carried by some labor or coolie till the platform. He has not carried it himself. And now he's waiting for the train to come. The train comes on the platform and this person not even tries to pick up those luggage, and he just declares and decides, oh my God, this luggage is too heavy for me to board the train and pick it up and put it on the train platform. So I am not even boarding the train. He doesn't even try, right? He just declares that I'm not boarding this train, this luggage is too heavy. Do we consider these people as physically strong person? No, right? He did not even try. Now, it might sound very funny to you. You might feel that how can a person miss a train just by even not trying to board, the train by taking the luggage or trying to pull the luggage? It cannot happen. People will try their best to board the train, however heavy the luggage is, right? It just cannot happen. It is happening around you every day. People are missing their train of opportunities without even trying and declaring and giving up and saying that, no, this is not for me. My life is too heavy to carry. I have got heavier problems in my life. So I cannot do this. I have got heavier situations to deal in my life. They don't even try. And in front of them, one by one, the trains of opportunities passing by. Right? So it might sound funny, but do you think that these people are mentally strong? So people who are mentally weak, they give up in the beginning itself. They don't even try. The second situation is that the person, the train comes, the person boards the train by putting the luggage in, but he does a lot of struggle. And throughout the journey after that, he keeps on complaining about how difficult it was for him to put the luggage in that, in the train. And he keeps on grumbling and complaining about the weight of the luggage and how difficult the process was. Do you still think that this person is physically fit? Maybe this person is little better than the first situation person because he at least did it. He tried it and he did it. But continuous complaint and grumble is making them a person who actually struggle to do something like this. So if he's struggling to do something like this, as Trisha said, there's a lack of stamina in him physically. Now, if we compare the same situation in mental strength, there are many people who are leading their life, but with a lot of complaints, with a lot of blame game, with a lot of victim card. My situation is this, that's why I couldn't do it. That is, my situation is that problem, that's why I could not do it. So there is a lot of blame game that is happening out there, right? So that is why we cannot even consider these people as, mentally strong people. So there are many people who are continuously complaining about their situation, their life, and the consequences and all these things. Now, how do we consider somebody as a physically fit person? The person who does not board his own, train by putting his own luggage, but he also offers help to the fellow passenger or his friend or a person standing near him by saying, can I help you to put the luggage inside the train? I have already done mine, and it's time if I can help you out with a smile. So that person, you will always say, my God, this person is really physically fit. Likewise, people who are mentally completely strong are the people who are not only carrying their life with a lot of smile on their face and a lot of confidence within them, but also reaching out to help others. In this kind of situation, especially the situation which this world is facing today, this is not a time for I, me, myself. It is a time for how can I help you out? So how do you think you can help this world? People near to you, neighbors who are facing little problem, your friends, they can be various way. You know, one of the ways, just be a good listener. There are people who just want to talk, they just want to vent out their feelings to you. Just be a good listener, not giving a lot of suggestions, right? Be a good listener. Sometimes if your neighbor is having this kind of problem, which is if they have this corona, if, infected, or they are having some problem, you can send some food. Why not prepare some food and send some lunch and help them out? That will bring a smile on their face, right? If they're struggling through a loss in their family, you can cheer them up by talking to them, or you can go for a walk, keeping a distance. Maybe I think things have opened up at your place. So there are many things we can think about where we can reach out to other people and ask them, what can I do for you? So that's called being mentally strong, and a person who can really carry out life with ease, grace, and power. Now, to do this, we require to establish few basic rules and discipline for ourselves, right? So what are the rules we need to establish for ourselves is very important. So please listen to this very, the first thing which we need to understand is that wake up early. I do not know when the sun rises at your place, but in India, it is awesome to see the sun rising. Now, what do I mean when I say that wake up early? Because of this pandemic, because of this lockdown, people have forgotten what discipline is all about, especially the kids. They used to go to school on time. There used to be a schedule for everything. Here in India, now there is no schedule. Majorly, people don't have a schedule. So what they're doing, they're having an extended summer vacation that's happening today. Earlier, when you used to have a summer vacation after the physical school that you used to go to, it used to be, you used to earn it for yourself, right? But here, right now, when you're talking about summer vacations, being extended, you are already at home, then you're extending it. So people are waking up at 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock. There is no time that they're waking up. Now, what are the repercussions because of that? First of all, we need to understand the logic why we need to wake up early as per the travel path of the sun. So I need few of the feedbacks from your side to understand when the sun rises at your place or when you see the morning light shining. So if, you can share from your side, Brushali and Bhavika, other people, Veda, if you can, Mansi, Mohini. Yes. What is the time of your sunrise, or at least the morning light, if you can see?
Anandita, you want this on chat or you want this?
You can just say also. You can unmute and say.
Actually, technically speaking, it's at 5 o'clock in the morning. But hamare yahan pe it's like jabhi jago tabhi savera.
Okay, Mansi is writing it is 6:30 to 7 o'clock, quite similar to what in many parts of India, not the eastern parts, but sometimes in the extreme west part, it is around 6 o'clock out here. Okay, so why I'm saying that try to wake up as per the travel route of the sun, it's a basic logic. Our solar system, the main source of our solar system is the sun. All the planets have come out from the sun. Even the earth has come out from sun. So a portion of sun is there in earth, right? We are a part of earth. So A is equal to B, B is equal to C means A is equal to C. So that means there is a portion of sun inside us also. This basic knowledge is there in every creature, every plant, every insect, every animal. Apart from the nocturnal animal whose brain neurons are designed in a different way to behave in a different manner, we are not designed as nocturnal animals. But every creature and animals other than that behave according to the transit part of the sun. That's why their life is very powerful and naturally they get all the power, except human beings who are in a denial mode most of the time, right? So when you schedule your work as per the pathway of the sun, you will get a lot of brain neuron getting charged automatically, your body cells getting charged automatically, because that's how you are structured. That's how you're made naturally. So going against nature is like going against the flow altogether. So that is one thing. It is natural. Second thing, just, I do a lot of cycling. Recently, due to lockdown, we had to stay at home for some time, but we are again starting again, cycling recently. So while doing cycling every time, now sunrise have been there in our life since our birth, like it has been there since infinity, but we are at least seeing since our birth, right? What is new in that? But when we see sunrise every day, believe me, I feel that I have seen something so mesmerizing, so beautiful. And this sunrise, without speaking a word, tells you so powerfully that this is a new beginning. You are starting a day with new energy. So let's build up a new idea, new creativity, and new josh and start up again. Whatever has happened, has happened. So these are the silent conversations you have with yourself when those golden rays of sunrise reaches you. And you will start feeling that. Second part is that if you have seen, whenever we sleep till late, we feel that we are piled up with a lot of backlogs of sleep. We need to finish those backlogs. We need to have enough sleep so that a lot of backlogs are taken care of. But there is nothing called finishing backlog of sleep. In fact, when you wake up late, you will have a sense of guilt inside you. Somewhere inside you will feel low. You will feel guilty. I shouldn't have slept so much. You will feel lethargic even after sleeping for so long. Have you seen that? That you feel more lethargic if you sleep for a longer time. So it really does not help that you are completing your sleep. There's nothing called completing your sleep for a longer time. We are just trying to be in the bed, right? So when we are starting our day only with a loss of power, that is guilt and feeling why we have done this, then how will the rest of the day go for us? We have to start the day with gain of power, not loss of power. So try this out. It really helps. It saves a lot of time. Anything you do in the morning, whether it is studying, memorizing, or doing something new, creative ideas, any work which either, other way it will take you 1.5 hours, you can finish it with another, only in 45 minutes or so when you are working early morning. So you save with a lot of time and you are free to do a lot of other works also. So your schedule gets expanded. Now, when your schedule gets expanded, you need to understand what to do in the rest part of your day. Please write down your daily plans and even the smallest of the thing. The benefit that you will get is that please have your own personal diary. Now, we are maintaining a lot of digital diary, but still I insist that you keep practicing the old school practice by writing it down. So in psychology, we say that when we write things down, that's why I'm also making you write things down. One of the smartest things you could have done is you would have taken screenshots of the screen that is in front of you. It would have been smart, but it would not help you in the long run. Why? Because when we write things down, it gets imbibed in our subconscious mind. So please write down in detail, hour to hour planning, what you're going to do. That can be your leisure and work. Plan your leisure and work both, because a lot of time we have a misconception that we had a lot of work done, but if you don't write it down, if you don't tick it out in the end of the day, you won't understand how your day has gone. You have seen a lot of people around you who are busy but not productive, right? So there is a difference between being busy throughout the day and being productive throughout the day. So if you want to shift yourself from being busy to being productive, you need to really, really understand how to write things down and the smallest thing. Another thing during this pandemic, especially, how many of you, now this question again comes, you can write on the chat box. How many of you are having a tradition? Okay, Bhavika has written 6 to 7. That's very similar to our time. So how many of you have a tradition of celebrating, no reason celebration at home? Do you have any no reason celebration happening at home recently? Like no birthday, no anniversary, still celebrating. No achievement days, still celebrating. Have you ever tried it out? Now, a lot of people might think that this world is going through so much of pain. There is so much of distress everywhere. How can we even celebrate? We need to celebrate even more. You know why? It's again simple logic. We want our brain to work creatively. We want different ideas in our life. We want to be in a high life condition so that we can perform in a better manner. To be in a high life condition, you need support of certain hormones within you. Dopamine is the happiness hormone that is there within you, that gets charged mostly when in very specific things. One of the major source of dopamine charge is celebration, happiness hormone. Celebrate, whenever we celebrate, we feel very happy, and being happy, that charges your neurons. Your neurons get charged so that you can think in a different manner, you can take different action and get better results and be more creative with your ideas. That is the reason we need to celebrate for no reasons. To be in high life condition, we need to celebrate. So why we are taking today's session, how we can have high life condition at home. Now, to have a kind of consequence or kind of result, we have to have process aligned to it. If we want to boil milk, we cannot put the milk in a refrigerator. We have to put the milk on a stove or a gas so that it burns. If we have to put it on flames so that it boils. Right? So here also you have to have, if you want to have a high life condition in life, you need to have certain process which is aligned to it, not opposite to it. So if we are feeling sad, if we are feeling down, and if we are not having any reason to celebrate, then how we'll build up that kind of happiness hormone to have high life condition. Now, how to celebrate? Assign a day in your life, a day in your week where you will celebrate for no reason. It can be Friday night, Saturday evening, anything. Family get together where you will do things where everybody can participate and everybody loves to participate, like playing Uno, playing Damsharas, Antakshari, whatever karaoke night, musical night, something like that. But that day, you should look forward that, today evening, we are going to have a great time together. And the parents, if they have committed that they'll come back on time and they will celebrate together, you can go to park. Your parks are open now. Your, picnic spots are open now. So you can have that dedicated family time once a week dedicated to your celebration. And then you will see how you are creating amazing breakthroughs in life just by having these kind of small steps where you are creating great bond within you. So that is one thing which you need to understand, that a celebration is not just celebration. It accelerates our process of thinking in a different manner. Now, this portion, especially for the parents, please watch whatever you are talking over phone, because a lot of time we are so engrossed talking about our problems around our society, problems around us with our friends, concerns, stress, and we are talking for long duration what's not happening, what's going wrong, and somebody around the corner is watching you saying all these things, and their world is getting shattered because of that. Right? So that because of that, they're feeling insecure. They're feeling whether this should not happen to our family. Is my family safe? Are my parents safe? So they get a lot of insecurity. Your kids are not understanding what you're going through. So please understand that your conversation with someone else on a topic which is negative is not going to give you a breakthrough in life. So make it as crisp as possible. I'm not saying that don't listen to others' pain, don't talk about it. But if it is not taking you somewhere, if it is not giving you an access to what is to be done next, then you have to think of the kind of conversation that you are having. Now, whenever I do not believe in the saying that always think positive. You cannot always think positive. This is impossible. This is a myth. This is impractical. This is unreal. We are human beings. We are a mix of every kind of emotions. So we are going to think about what's not happening and things which are going down. What you have to train yourself is that whenever you are having a negative thought running in your back of your mind, you have to train yourself to immediately talk to yourself and say, this is it, but what's next? What can I do about it? What can be done next? What can be done next? Right? So the more you train yourself about what can be done next, you will start getting access. So when your friends are talking about problems, be a solution provider or be a person who is empathetic, but at the same time, they are not grumbling on what's not happening in this world. There's so many things which are happening. Are we talking with the same effort and the same energy on what's happening in our life? Right? So that's very important. We are talking about a good mental strength, but this mental condition is not separate from our body, right? Our soul and our mind is residing in our body. So if we don't have a fit body, we cannot have a fit mind. Absolutely not. You must have noticed whenever you had even half an hour of headache, your day was completely, ruined. So please take out at least 45 minutes for workout. You can make it family workout. You can make it a happy, fun time with your kids. But it is essential. It is absolutely important that daily 45 minutes workout is there. Now, a lot of schools are doing fantastic job when they're talking about academics. But do you have any mentor for your kids who are talking about these kind of phases of life day in, day out? Because today the kids are scoring fantastic when it comes to academics, but they're giving up. They don't know even how to bounce back in life. So a coach is a must. Now, why can't parents be the coach? Because a kid has a typical listening for their parents. I have also not told you about another very important qualification of mine to share this, what I'm sharing with you today. I am a mother of 2 teenage kids. Krishna, my son, is 17 years old, and Jia, my daughter, is 15.5 years old. So I absolutely know what you're going through. I can understand that. But if I coach all over India and world. But if I try to coach my own kids, they will think, Mummy ka shuru ho gaya. Mama has already started, So I need somebody else to coach my kids. So that's why always the coach has to be the third pillar. You are knowledgeable. There is no doubt about that as parents, but you cannot coach your own kids. Dronacharya Award in India is given to the coaches for the best coaches because Dronacharya had created Arjuna. But Dronacharya could not create Ashwatthama himself. Right? So as parents, if we try to be the coach also, we will, we might not be successful. So please ensure that you have a coach, and the coaches are not teachers, because teachers are assigned their own job of just finishing their curriculum and they're doing their job nicely. The coach, they teach the kids how to bounce back in life, how to adapt under the pressure, not only to adapt the pressure, but how to thrive in that. You should be enjoying that bouncing back process also, and how to strengthen yourself in improved adversity situation. See, today a lot of people are not able to cope up with the world situation because they were never taught that if this kind of situation comes, how to react, right? So we need to train our kids in how to bounce back in life. Another thing which we have to train our kids into choosing a creative hobby. So there is a dormant part of our brain which gets activated when we are, attached to a creative hobby. Believe me, it really has a lot of brilliant positive impact in all spheres of a kid's life when you are attached to a hobby or a passion. Now, the question is selecting which hobby is good for me. For that only, now we are coming to the third section of our session, that introduction of what we are going to do. We are going to launch. See, we have done this summer skill camp 5 times in India, and it was super successful. We have not designed this summer skill camp only to engage the kids, but there is much more to it. What is that much more to it? That is what I'm going to share with you today. So this summer skill camp is going to be daily 2 hours a day. And during that time, first half hour, I will be coaching the kids on one of the life skills. or one of the topics which is essential, like gadget addiction, like how to study smart, how to make a very smart timetable, many things like that, which is really, really essential for the teenagers, the kids to know that, right? Just a moment, I'll do that afterwards. So there are many life coaching which I'll be doing. Apart from that, the first half an hour will go on that. After that, we will have 1.5 hour engagement training, and that will be absolute energy filled training. Why it is not going? By our coaches. So we are very fortunate to have a fantastic team where we have 10 celebrity coaches with us who are going to train the kids on various different hobbies. After they go through these hobbies, after they're engaged in this kind of hobbies, then they're in a better position to select and pursue in one of that in an advanced stage. But when they're introduced to it in a very brilliant manner, that helps them to understand how do we pursue in the next level. We are very fortunate to have with us Ankit Tanna, who is a celebrity dance coach. He has been the main coach of Shamak Dava since years now. He has trained Bollywood celebrities like Madhuri Dixit to Ranbir Kapoor to many people till now. And he is the one of the, our kids have a fan following for him. So he is one of the most favorite teachers that everybody looks out for his classes and all. And we are happy to have Ankit Tanna right now with us. So over to you, Ankit sir, to just share what there is in store in this special summer skill camp.
Thank you, Anandita ma'am, and hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing fine and everybody is safe. So regarding this camp that we do online, we have done a few camps already since the past 1 year now. And what we look forward to, what we aim to teach is, what I basically teach is, I teach dancing. And our main motive is to help the child grow, not only in that particular art form, but also we kind of teach the kids on how to be more confident and more outgoing and not feel shy. And for me, through dancing, that really works out well, because through dancing the child also kind of is mentally fit, physically fit, and is very active every time in class. So that works very well for us, and it helps the child grow as well. Sometimes we do get kids who are really shy, and sometimes we get kids who are not interested in dancing, or they don't like dancing, or they're very shy to come on camera. But we train them in such a way that they start feeling more comfortable and they start enjoying that particular art that they are learning, whether it's dancing, whether it's calligraphy, whether it's cooking, or any kind of art form that we provide. We train the kids in such a way where they feel more comfortable and more united in the class. They also make friends with each other. We also do group activities in the class, which also helps the child to open up more and be more confident about themselves. So our aim again would be now to help your child grow and be more confident. And especially in dancing, I would really push them to do a lot of dancing and put up like a dance show towards the end of the batch. So what we generally do is that every class I teach a new dance song, which includes them wearing a particular costume, or using a prop, and joining all the songs together, and towards the end of the batch do like an entire dance show, which they present to the parents and to the guests who we invite on the final day. So we are looking forward to train your kids as well. And I'm really excited to be on this project with Anandita ma'am and along with all the other coaches. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Anandita ma'am. And looking forward to starting with these wonderful kids.
Thank you so much, Ankit sir. And not only the kids enjoy his dance classes, even the parents in the background, they enjoy the dance classes like anything. It's a good form of exercise. It really, accelerates our happiness hormones and everything, adrenaline high and everything. And we really love that. So that's amazing. And as Ankit sir said, that every class, there is a new song that we take up. So there is nothing that if you miss one, you will be, lagging behind. So he makes sure that every time there is something new he teaches to you. We also have with us, just a moment. How is, okay. Okay, so we are fortunate to have with us today also Chandrankit Sharma. Now, Chandrankit Sharma is a magician, mentalist, and a TED Talk speaker. At a very young age, he has achieved a lot, and he is very humble person to talk to, but he is a great achiever again. And he not only teaches magic tricks to the kids. In fact, particularly, he does not emphasize on teaching magic tricks. He trains the child how to create magic. So instead of giving fish, he trains them how to do fishing. So you can have that access of creating your own magic, which is on a larger scale. And through that, the child also learns many things like patience, like stage confidence, like body language, and many things. So that is particularly designed in a certain manner, and how it is done and how it benefits the child, how this hobby has benefited Chandrankit sir himself. Let's hear from him itself. Over to you, Chandrankit sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Hello, everyone. So I am Chandrankit and I am a magician and a mentalist. Now, a lot of you must be thinking, what is the use of a magician in a workshop? Like, what can we learn from magic? It is for entertainment. It is what people think about all the time. And, you know, we as humans tend to ignore a lot of things in life. One of them is creativity. There is a great tool that we usually do not understand and ignore. Being a magician and being in one of the most creative art forms, I discovered this couple of years back, why I was able to do a lot of things along with studies. So just to add to it, like I am also a gold medalist in National Mathematics Olympiad. I'm a gold medalist in my engineering as a mechanical engineer, and I did a lot of things in my life, from debates, elevation, singing, dancing, and a lot of things. And I realized why I was actually able to do this. Now, it is very important to understand what you actually want in life. And to that, the only way to realize what you are good at is you do a lot of things. That's very simple. Now, I was doing all these things and realized I was really good with magic. And I want to use magic to, teach people about creativity, about assumptions, about awareness, about body language. One of the most common terms that we use in magic in India, especially, is called Haath ki safai. That necessarily means sleight of hand. Now, that in some sort is a part of, we use body language, means we have total control about what you see. One hand will be doing something and by the time other hand will do something. So we have total control on our body language. Now, these are the tools which are really, really, really essential now in this modern evolving era, when you have to face a lot of people in terms of being on stage, in terms of interviews, in terms of growing in the community. You need to step up your game. So I teach all these things in my workshops, and this is the art of impossible. I mean, as a magician, we create things which are impossible. So that's what's going to help the kids to learn things on how to solve things fast, how to memorize things fast, how to see things in a very different way, so that you can be always a step ahead than the others. So this is what I'm looking forward to share the secrets with all of you, and I'm really happy to be part of this. Over to you, Anandita ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, you are on mute.
I'm so sorry. I was so excited after listening to you that I continued with that. So thank you so much, Chandrankit sir. And I must mention here again that he is a gold medalist in Maths Olympiad and he is a gold medalist in engineering. And all this he could accomplish because he could think differently. And he could think differently because he was passionate about his practice of this hobby called magic, and that gave him a different access towards life, towards studies, towards academics, how to approach people and how to talk to people and many other things like that. So that's how hobby helps us out. So this is something which is we need to learn, and we need to understand that it is not just engaging the time, it is many more folds to that. So thank you, Chandrankit sir, for this brilliant introduction of what we are going to do. We also have with us Anushri Malhotra. She has logged in right now. Okay, we are waiting for Anushri to come. So Anushri Malhotra is a celebrity designer, fashion designer. She's going to teach the kids how to use natural colors, fabrics, and many things to do block prints and many other things like that. So we are looking forward to many simple design that's called sustainable fashion, and a lot of things which can be done from home, a lot of DIY and many things which she is going to teach. And she is very famous among the Bollywood out here, and she's doing great work abroad also. We are very fortunate to have with us Navanita Mukherjee. Navanita Mukherjee by profession is a PR, but she is very passionate about her cooking and baking skills. Not only she's passionate about what she's doing, she has taken it into some different level altogether. And this is the session with the kids just love the after session, because there is yummy food ready for them to just jump onto and have. Their parents are also happy that day because they have some yummy snacks to have. And this also teaches the kids how to respect cooking process, how to respect the food itself. And we all know that we are now going global. We never know where our kids are going to travel. We don't want our kids to live on junk food or ready-made processed food. So when they start understanding that this is a basic life skill, whether it's a boy or a girl, they must learn how to cook and how to cook happily, how to have interest in cooking, because that energy goes into the food that you're cooking. It makes more important for coaches like Navanita to handle this, this special skill to be trained to the kids. Over to you, Navanita, for more details about it.
Thank you so much, Anidhi. A very good morning to you all, although it's night here. So, yes, I've been associated with the Summer Skills Camp for as many number of sessions that have happened here in India. Well, to be honest, I am a PR consultant by academics as well as by profession for the last 14 years. But post my marriage and my child, I discovered baking, and it started as a hobby. And today, for the last 6 years, I have been a professional baker. Why am I associated here with the Summer Skill Camp of Mindware? Are two reasons. One is to teach children about the life skill of cooking, which is, of course, very important for reasons that have been listed by Anidhi. Second thing is, cooking teaches you patience, it teaches you creativity, it teaches you love. Why? Because every time you're cooking for someone or baking for someone, there is, the mind is full of thoughts about that person, whether he will like it, she will like it. So it teaches you how to be selfless, because sometimes you're tired, you don't want to cook for family, but you still are going to push yourself because you want to ensure that at the end of the day, when they sit down for a meal, it's a good meal that they enjoy. So according to me, there are two kinds of people, and that's what I tell my son always: producers and consumers and producers, which is creators and consumers. And you wouldn't want always to be a consumer. It's very important to have that creative side. The Summer Skill Camp gives children an opportunity to explore an art form or a passion or a hobby that they can choose from. Some kids don't have that focus, that they know right from day one that I want to be great at painting or I want to be great at music. It takes some kind of exposure for these kind of kids. And that's the platform that Mindware has designed. And I am very, very proud to be associated as a coach. And I just enjoy the interaction even the coaches team have over WhatsApp, and how we shared with each other the experiences of a day, or how the children have been excited about one particular dance or food. This is a platform that all parents should expose their children to, not because we are trying to sell something here, but simply because it's an opportunity, and you should not let it go. Over to you, Anidhi. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Navanita. It was very essential, as she said. And you know what we have found out here is that kids started respecting their mom's role, or whoever is cooking, whether the mom or the or dad or the cook. They have started respecting their effort, and they have started respecting food out here. So that is something we have started seeing, that after the kids have started engaging themselves in this, they have really started enjoying and respecting the food and the person who is doing it. And as Navanita said, that it is about that how creative are we, the creators, or are we the person who are the producers, or we are just consuming knowledge, we are consuming data, we are consuming time and all these things. So this is a place where you can be a creator yourself. Now, the next is we also have, we fortunate to have celebrity photographer and videographer Jitesh Patil, who would be training the kids into videography, photography, and how to see things in a very beautiful manner and present things in a much beautiful manner. So we are now having smartphones which is equipped with the best of the cameras, and we do not know how to use it in a best possible way. So Jitesh helps the kids into that. Not only that, Jitesh also gives some assignments to the kids, which makes them make photo stories and video movies. Here the kids have made brilliant video movies with the teamwork. So there we also inculcate the understanding of working as a team, sitting at your home. So that is something different, and we have competition in that, and we have found that kids have done brilliant job in that. We are very fortunate that we will also talk to one of the 500 top SEBI registered consultant of India, Mr. Abhishek Agarwal, will be teaching the kids how to be money wise in a very nice manner, in a very effective manner. The difference between needs and wants, I think it is a must for the kids to understand the value for money and how to choose wisely. So this is something Abhishek Agarwal is going to train our kids into. And we are extremely fortunate to have Ajay Sarode with us. Ajay Sarode is himself a transformational coach, and also he is an entrepreneur, but he is very passionate about his hobby, which he is pursuing since last 27 years, the hobby of calligraphy. Now, if you're seeing, when you see all these things which is there on the right now on the screen, these are done by the kids in our workshop itself. Now, Ajay Sarode not only teaches the kids into calligraphy, the kids fall in love with their own handwriting, but he also trains how to solve bigger problems in life by breaking them into small parts. You won't believe the calligraphy work which you're seeing right now are not done with even a calligraphy pen. So when we started this workshop, when we visualized this workshop, the lockdown had already started in India. So we could not ask the parents to get calligraphy pen and all. Ajay Sarode trained the child how to think of what is possible next when things are not happening the way you want it to happen, when you see a blockage in your life. So he made the kids to make their own calligraphy pen by using the candy stick and the broomsticks. And these calligraphy were done with that and with natural colors. So if even the ink was not there, they found some natural colors how to be used that. So not taking much of Ajay Sarode's sharing, and let's hear from his mouth only how he actually inspires the kids to do something so beautiful. Over to you, Ajay.
Hi everyone, very good morning to you. I am Ajay Sarode. Calligraphy has been my passion for a long time. What have I got from this? Today there are a lot of terminology and jargons that we hear. One of them I would like to present is mindfulness. I am sure you have heard about it. Would you want your child to have a mindfulness? Now tell me, how exactly does he get in a everyday life situation mindful? Believe me, calligraphy is one such hobby, can engross you, complete all your senses into this particular mindfulness program. A small thing I always teach kids, how the basics of calligraphy deal with breaking down the alphabets into the tiniest of the parts, joining them together to form something which is so beautiful. All what you are seeing right now is just one day's work or one class of calligraphy. At the end of it, the reactions from kids was, this was the most difficult thing. I never thought I'll be able to do this. Kids are getting exposed to a lot of media, but taking it hands-on is something which is not possible or which makes them fearful. I will not be able to do this. And in calligraphy, when they experience through this session how it is simple, but it is a life's lesson, they go back bountiful, mindful, happy, and there are many, many more reactions which they have themselves expressed, which Anandita madam will definitely share with you. I would welcome each one of you to try out calligraphy, and I am sure at the end of the program, you would want to do it much more. I would like to showcase something which has been keeping me engrossed for the day today. Have a look at this.
Wow, this is so beautiful. It's lovely, Ajay.
And this style of font, I had not practiced. And yeah, I say that, yes, this is my first girlfriend. It still carries along with me.
That's really, really beautiful. That's amazing.
Thank
So,
you so very much.
Yeah, as Ajay said, that whatever you are seeing right now on the screen was done only after one class. Now here we are planning many more classes, not one class. So there are many styles of calligraphy. So when Ajay is going to have more class, he will have an opportunity to teach a lot of different styles to the kids. So just imagine if the product of one class can be this, how will be the reaction of the kids when they understand many styles like this? So that's the beauty. And not only that, I have seen when a handwritten card is made with the calligraphy, there are people who have kept it for more than 25-30 years. They could not just throw it away, because that is something so beautiful. They want to keep it to them as a memory. So you are not giving a card, you're giving a memory to a person when you are sharing something like this. And now, thank you so much, Ajay, for taking out this time and talking to our kids. It was really wonderful. We are now really going forward. But before that, we are so fortunate to have Anushri Malhotra with us, the celebrity fashion designer. And she would share for 2-3 minutes that what we have to look forward to in the class of Anushri Malhotra. Over to you, Anushri. Yeah, Anushri, you are unmuted. You can speak.
Sorry, I'm in a very bad state now.
That's absolutely okay.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Anandita, for the wonderful classes that are being going on. And I'm really enjoying each and every class. And this one particularly, which is going to start, this is going to be super exciting. And as I always say that I am into fashion designing, but I always feel that this is not only teaching fashion designing, it's also with fashion also social responsibility comes. And now fashion, it's not just fashion, it's how you deal, how you take up your styling, how you project yourself. So we teach not only fashion designing, we teach how to deal with the fashion in today's world, and your social responsibility also projects with your styling. So that is the main part, the best part of fashion designing here, which we will take up in the classes.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. What she teaches here also is about the difference between fashion and style.
Yes,
right? So owning
and sustainable fashion.
Yeah, and
yes.
Sustainable fashion, how you can be comfortable in whatever you're wearing, right?
Yes.
And fashion is, before we open up our mouth, the person standing in front of us makes a judgment or decision about us. So how we are presenting ourselves is also very important. because a person has already, thought about something about us. So it's not something that we can just forego. We have a lot of talent, but at the same time, we need to understand that we need to be presentable. At the same time, we have to be comfortable in that also. Just because that's in fashion, we just need not pick it up and wear it just because it's now trending. We need to understand whether it is going with my personality or not. Right?
Yes.
That is something which we are looking forward to. And Anushri is very, very well known for her work. She's best at it, and she does a fantastic work. And with her, Tanisha Malhotra will be assisting her. She is now pursuing with her an IFT degree, and also she is a professional model right now. So thank you so much, Anushri, for sharing this wonderful thing that what you're going to teach the kids. And we are going to have many opportunities where we're going to teach the kids into, bunny or maybe block printing.
Yeah.
Or
And natural colors also.
Natural
How to extract natural colors from the environment. So we'll be teaching those things also.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Anushri. And we have also spoken to you about Swami sir, who is one of our director. His specialty is that he started his fitness journey at the age of 66. Today he is 74, and he has already done more than 26,000 kilometers of cycling. He is one of the most well-known marathon runner of Pune and India, and he has done Everest Base Camp twice. So he is going to share from his life to the kids how to go beyond the barrier of your mind, and how to play powerfully in life, whatever the age is, whatever the situation is, and however if you want it, you can do it. He had done it himself, and he's going to share that. We are also fortunate to have another director of ours, Mr. Dilip Bonde sir, who is going to train the kids how to use the gadget or not be used by the gadget, how to go from gadget addiction to gadget power. Because we are living in the world of technology, we need to understand certain things. We are giving our kids, before giving our kids a two-wheeler or four-wheeler, we train them how to use it on road. Before giving a gadget to a kid, are we training them into the rules and regulations of how to use it? And what are the rules of the, this social or cyber world or virtual world? So that is how he's specialized into. So he's going to train the kids into that. Beside that, of course, as I told you, my life coaching will be there. So first half an hour, we'll be talking on different subjects like this, and with a lot of practical logic and practical knowledge, because I know the kids today doesn't need to be instructed. All they need is a valid information about it. And the highlights of it, what we are going to teach in a brief. But now the main portion is that there are 3 ways you can join. There are 3 different ways you can join as per your comfort and as per your planning, which is you're having right now about your summer vacation. The first thing which we have been requested by your side, there are people who have approached from there only that we want a summer camp like this there. So the first combination is a 2 months duration, 2 hours every day, Monday to Saturday. So that is 100 hours program that we are looking out for. And in that, it is only $3.9 per hour. So the 2 months course will be costing you only $390. Every day 2 hours, Monday to Saturday, every day some different class, some different session altogether. So the actual fees of which is $600, if I can have the screen here because I'm not able to see. So the actual fees is $600, but we are only charging $390. It is starting from Tuesday, June 15th, which is just around the corner. The age is 5 to 14. Daily, your time, PST 9 to 11 a.m. Why we have chosen this time? Morning time, when you finish your class off, then the whole day is there for you. If you want to go out, if you want to do anything, you're free to do that, so that we can finish the class by morning. So the first half, even the parents are busy in their work. They have their work from home or they have their office. So morning time, we can have enough time to engage our kids into something productive like this. The second combination is that if you cannot commit for 2 months, you can do a 1 month course, which is 50 hours. Again, the actual fees is $450, but we are only charging $225, which is only $4.5 per hour. Other details are same. It is the starting date is same because it is the same course, but you can choose only to engage your kids for 1 month instead of 2 months if you want to do so. The third combination is that if you're not even sure about 1 month, you can engage your kids only for 2 weeks. And as our coaches have been telling you that every day there is a different class. So there is nothing called link. So if they are missing 1 week in between and they want to do the first week and third week, they can do that also. So the combination and that, permutation combination is always there. But here, because it is only for 2 weeks, the fees goes a little high. It is $5 a week. It is $125 $5 per hour. I'm sorry, $125 for 15 days. And the timing and the age group and everything is the same. So this is what we are having. You can choose. You can have a 2-month commitment. You can have a 1-month commitment. You can have a 15 days commitment. It is absolutely your choice. We are keeping it very, very flexible so that nothing stops you from joining. So if you have a commitment that you want to go for a vacation, you can decide likewise. But we will insist that any kind of teaching and any kind of coaching, you can see the real fruit when you are engaging the kids for a longer time, because the coaches also have more time to spend with them. Here, our coaches make sure that they are noticing each and every kids, though it is a group work, but our coaches know each kids by their name, their nature, their behavior. So our team is constantly watching how the kids are performing, where they're lagging behind, where they need some help. And the age wise, we are also dividing them into different groups. So it is not that a 5-year-old will be sitting with only with a 14-year-old. They are having their own different groups within that also. And we are giving them assignment according to their age groups. But there are a few common things which they do together. And we have designed it and we have successfully done it here. It works. We have seen that. So that's how it is. The payment is by debit or credit card through this InstaMojo. You can click this page and you can send it. Other than that, if you want to do any other kind of payment, you can do it. You can give a WhatsApp call on this number. Please write down this number. This is very important. You can give a call on WhatsApp number 9822268333. And you can pay directly in rupees also, but you need to we need to understand what is the price going on at the time of your payment, and accordingly we'll guide you. So you can write down this number, and we are so much looking forward to have a great session with all of you, with all the coaches. You must understand that here we are going to coach till late night from 9:30 till 11:30, and that is the commitment our coaches have got. Our coaches are accomplished in their own work, but they're doing it because of the kind of passion they have for their work and the kind of contribution they want to make to this future generation, that is our kids. They're absolutely passionate about their work. And I'm so happy and I'm so proud that I have got this kind of team to support me. And this is from India all the way to you. And please invite your friends also, because we need to have a basic quorum so that we can work till late night. We have a motivation to work till late night. It's not only about the quorum because we need a group, it's about the energy also. So when we have a group, the class energy is altogether different. So now you know what we are going to offer. You are in a better place to understand. The coaches have spoken to you. So I think now you can share it more powerfully with your friends that this is something we want to do together. Even the kids, I'm requesting the kids that join with your friends. So you'll be happy that your friends are also in the same class and you can discuss together and you can have a lot of fun.